you're watching Turner Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. Today we're here with Miss Mora, who is our current Teacher of the Year. How are you doing today?
So far, so good.
That's good. Now, we have to ask, how do you handle spice?
I think I handle it pretty well. I don't go out of my way to burn my mouth off, but generally I like spicy stuff.
That's good. Now, do you want to start?
Sure shall.
Okay, first wing. First question. If you could do one thing for the rest of your life, what would you want to do?
Probably travel.
Really?
Yeah. Go around, see the world. Go different
Are there
places.
any countries?
All of them. I would go to all of them.
Top 5.
Egypt, South Africa, India. That's 3, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to see Finland, and we'll say France just for tradition's sake.
I feel like France is everyone's go-to country.
It does tend to be. So next one?
Yep. Next question. Is there a profession that you've always had a curiosity that you've wanted to try or something you've wanted to explore?
Acting.
Acting?
I do it for fun now, but I always thought it would be awesome to just do it for a living, like actually be a performer.
I feel like being an actor is it would be just a really cool profession.
I think so. You get to do so many different things.
And you get to travel.
Yeah, that's true.
So it kind of connects to your first question.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, do you want to move on to the next one?
Sure. That is sweet.
This is actually my favorite sauce.
I'm not calling it barbacoa, but I'm a little skeptical.
Third question. What's a big lesson you've learned in your life? Like
big
maybe from a
lesson.
past mistake?
Not really a past mistake, probably more from like a series of misconceptions, if anything else. I know I spent a lot of time like regretting past mistakes, but I think the biggest thing I've learned is that nobody is as interested in you as you think they are, if that makes sense. I spent a lot of time in like high school thinking about all the ways I wasn't good enough. Didn't look right, didn't wear the right things, didn't do things the right way. And I had a lot of reason to think that because I got bullied like pretty much all through high school. Well, actually all of school, not just high school. Until my senior year when all of a sudden I got really popular and it was insane. And I didn't know what to think about that. But I realized that like people are selfish and people think about themselves all the time. And if they're thinking about themselves, guess what they're not thinking about?
You?
Absolutely not. So like, I feel like as teenagers, especially like when you're young in your 20s, you're constantly thinking like other people are judging you and they're looking at you and you're not doing anything right. And I'm like, you know what? Half the time they probably didn't even notice. So just do what you want to do because that's the most important thing. So to me, that's what I learned is to not worry about what other people think about it because honestly, they probably don't think about me as much as I think they do anyway.
That's actually a really good life lesson. I need to follow by that a little bit more.
It's easier when you're older, but still, it's a good one to try.
Anyways, want to move on to the next one?
Sure. Yeah, I don't love the flavor, but like, it's got like a nice slow burn on it. Kind of creeps up on you. Pretty good.
I do not like that.
You all right? You want a piece of bread?
Yes, please.
Okay. I came prepared.
Thank God, because I'm not.
Bread is really great when you have a lot of spice. I have a whole loaf, just in case. Cause see, I don't trust you guys at all. So
It's good. Don't trust us. You should see Miss JBJ's episode,
Mr.
which will
Rimmel
be
told
really
me
soon.
it wasn't gonna be that bad. I don't trust that for a second. So I came prepared. Not only did I bring bread, I brought yogurt. I'm not messing around.
You are so smart. Next question.
Okay.
What is the most interesting thing that you've had to write a journalism story about?
That would have been when I was writing for Pacific Daily News in Guam. There was a series actually of veterans who alleged that they had personally sprayed Agent Orange on Guam during World War II and after, during the Vietnam War as well. It's a defoliant, if you don't know what Agent Orange is.
We actually talked about it in my history class today.
Yeah, it was used really heavily in the Vietnam War because it kills all the plant life, and the jungles in Vietnam were a real deterrent, right? Because the Vietnamese knew how to hide in them, and the United States needed to kill the jungles. So they sprayed it everywhere, but there's been lots of health effects after the fact, and a lot of veterans have filed suit for damages in healthcare after Vietnam. Well, there's no actual record of Agent Orange being on Guam. The military has denied it for years. However, there are still veterans who are saying, I personally sprayed this stuff all over the island. I know it was there. I saw it. I did it. So I did a series of articles investigating that. And I had so many people like sending me photos, sending me information. Wow. It was really great. Actually, a congressional investigation got started because of that. I don't know that it really went anywhere. Guam doesn't have a lot of congressional power, but they did at least try, and they opened up an EPA investigation as well.
Does it feel good that you were able to like spread the truth about something so serious?
It's nice to know that the stuff you do matters, especially when it comes to journalism, because it can be, you can do a lot of fluff, you can do a lot of things that you're just like, I don't know if this is mattering to people or not. But something like this, where like people are talking about their lives and their health, and this one guy who just had been living with the guilt of this ever since, and it's like weighing him down, and he spent his 70s just trying to make up for it by telling people and telling people and telling people, anybody who will listen. So yeah, that was pretty cool getting to be a part of that.
That sounds really cool. And really almost life-changing. Like to know that you made a difference even like in someone's life.
Well, I don't know how much of a difference it made long term, but you try.
Yeah, but you made a difference in that man's life. You helped him like get over that regret he felt.
I hope so.
Anyways, let's move on to the dreaded last one.
Oh, is it dreaded? Is that what this is?
I don't like it. I don't want to eat this.
Your decision to keep doing things you don't like is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, here.
It's called the unique garlic.
It is. It is unique. The flavor is quite bad. Wow.
It's terrible.
It is. It's really, really not good. And I'm still burning from the cosmic one. I could not get any spice off of this one, and I don't know what the difference is. Like, that's so weird. Huh.
So, you're an English teacher.
Yes.
What's the most ridiculous spelling mistake that you've ever seen a student make?
Okay. I don't actually get that hung up on spelling. As a result of that, I wouldn't say that I have a whole lot of them in my mind, like a lot of memories, but you would know this from when we did the Odyssey. I do this thing called Blitz Quiz occasionally to test whether or not people read.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have like 30 seconds to answer a really obvious question about the reading. And spelling doesn't matter and names don't matter. It's just, does it seem like you read it or not? And those are my all-time favorite responses I ever got in class. I got the most ridiculous answers. Things like, Odysseus was saved by a goddess's scarf of anti-drowning, and like, but I think my favorite one is one of the questions was, how did Odysseus and his men escape the Cyclops? And I don't know why this is the funniest one to me, but it has stuck with me. A student just wrote, was it the sheeps? With like six question marks. And I don't know why, that has stuck with me forever, to the point that literally I will sometimes, if things are not going right, I will just look at my husband and I'll be like, was it the sheeps? So whoever that was, and I know you know who you are, thank you for that, because that was amazing, and it's part of my life now. I love it. But then I would also get people who obviously didn't read and they knew they couldn't bluff. So I got spammed with like the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the entire script of B movie. And I actually had someone who was just like committed to just carrying on a conversation with me in the answers. So the first question they'd be like, hi, Miss Mora. And the next one, how's it going? And the third one, I really meant to read. And the fourth one, do you believe me? It was ridiculous. So yeah,
I feel like that was one of my favorite parts of like your class, because it was so funny.
It keeps things entertaining.
It does. It really, really did.
Well, this was terrible, and you should not do it again, because it seems
not
like
doing it again.
It seems like they're trying to kill you.
I will take your advice. So Miss Mora decided that this wasn't enough, and she went for the last dab. Personally, I'm not doing it. I don't have a death wish. Miss Mora's doing it. So,
I'm gonna regret this.
you are.
Yeah. Bad life choices, they catch up with you. And yet, here we are.
Here we are.
All right. Well, this one's warm.
Oh, you went back for seconds.
I wasn't sure I got enough of it. Like I couldn't really taste it. That one actually tastes pretty good.
I have not tried it, and I do not want to try it.
The flavor is actually pretty good. Apollo pepper? What's an Apollo pepper? The new hottest pepper.
Oh.
Channels the sun's energy. I think all peppers do that. It's actually pretty good. Okay, what's your question?
Okay. What is your least favorite book trope?
The one where I have to eat hot sauce. No. Okay, so this is one that I've encountered recently in a few books that I've been reading, and it's been really annoying me. And I get it. Like, everybody likes self-insert characters, right? But the girl who ends up in this situation, and there's two random guys, and they're both like completely taken and distracted by how amazing and beautiful she is, and how
The love triangle.
Yes, but there's no basis for it. That's the thing. Like the Inheritance games did this. I just read another book recently that did it, and like there was no reason for it other than we are in the same geographic area and we are single, and that's it. It was killing me.
Completely unrealistic.
Okay, so this does catch up after a bit. Like it starts to like woo on you. I still don't regret it though. It's pretty good. I may die. But I will say dang it. A Deadly Education is one I read recently that does it right and does it really well, and I'm obsessed with it right now. So go read. It's really, really good, and I need yogurt. I did it!
You did it!
Woo!
I think you did really good.
Thank you.